The skirmishes have already started, and it includes the U.S. We've had military bases in the Mideast and Syria and Iraq and other places fired upon with missiles, drones, and moreover, the United States with the USS Carney, a naval destroyer, just intercepted today, well, now I guess yesterday in some time zones, 3 missiles fired from Yemen by the Houthis from Yemen that were going up the Red Sea heading toward Israel. So not only that, but get this, China's got 6 naval ships they put in the Mediterranean. China. It's like everybody is chomping at the bit to join this. Nobody wants to be left out. Everybody wants war so bad they can taste it. It's nuts. The world is gone insane, guys. I'm serious. But this whole thing, so Yemen's getting involved, but Yemen's, the Houthis there, they've been Iranian proxies all along. They've been fighting against Saudi Arabia for a long time as a proxy for Iran. Of course, now the entire Muslim world is probably getting united to go against Israel. And here's the other thing. The Houthis, a lot of people, don't discount them. They don't realize how strong that military is. The Houthis actually have a very strong military, very well equipped, thanks to Iran, as Hamas, as especially Hezbollah. So, guys, the storm clouds are gathering. The skirmishes are already starting. The IDF, the Israeli Defense Force, has apparently already gone in with some little special ops to try to do a hostage rescue or something like that inside of the Gaza Strip. It's possible the U.S. forces have been involved in that too, because there was talk that U.S. forces might get involved in a hostage rescue since we have hostages inside of the Gaza Strip. Not a lot said on that. There is a worldwide travel advisory for American citizens. It's not limited to one place or another. It's worldwide because there's tension all over the world. The whole world is going up in a rage right now over this. It is unbelievable. This is unprecedented what we're facing right now. What is going down, the likes of which I don't think we've ever seen. I don't think we've seen this in World War I or World War II, such global rage. This is unprecedented. Guys, and this means a lot of trouble down the road. It means that this is hard to walk back. And it don't look like anybody's wanting to walk it back. It really doesn't. We've got the president committing to this. We've got the Senate that voted 97-0 to support Israel. That's unanimous, except for 3 guys that probably weren't there, 3 senators, or maybe they abstained, but it's 97-0. Guys, we're heading for it. I don't see how we get out of it now. We're already engaged in shooting down missiles. And why is China in the Mediterranean Sea? And we got Russian MiGs in Sevastopol equipped with Kinzhal missiles, which can reach our carriers in the Mediterranean Sea. I kid you not, guys. This is getting off the charts serious. And we're putting more and more assets to bear on this. We're arming Israel with 155 howitzer round. I mean, the big long-range artillery rounds. We are getting in this thick, and we're getting in it fast. This is escalating, guys. 2 weeks ago, nobody would have thought this. 2 weeks ago, that's the whole thing. These things can happen all at once, and that's what's happening. Stuff can go off the charts. Things can slide so fast, and even nobody means for it to go to a certain point. Right now, you don't know. No plan of combat, no plan of battle survives first contact with the enemy. And holy smoke, we got enemies lining up all over the place to engage. Guys, this is serious. This is the most serious time we've ever seen. The Cuban Missile Crisis was a Sunday school picnic because, guys, Israel is going to run out of ammo pretty darn quick facing all these enemies. And when Israel goes out of ammo, they may go nuclear. And their top, if they're getting surrounded and hit by everybody, I've heard that in the Yom Kippur War, Israel was considering a Samson option where they launched everything they had at all their enemies. And we may see that. Not only that, but now they may also have nukes, because apparently it don't take but just a couple of weeks, if that, for Iran to generate some based on the stuff they've been enriching. It doesn't take, and then there's Pakistan's basically said, hey, our nukes belong to the Muslim world. Yeah, I've already shown you that article on that. So guys, and we don't know that Iran may not already have some, because I've long heard that they got a couple, and later I was told it was actually 4 complete nuclear missiles with warheads from Kazakhstan when the Soviet Union first broke up. And that may be why Kazakhstan was got in a real big hurry to turn on what they had to Russia, because things were beyond their control at that point in time. All right, I'm going to open the chat room here. We'll go through a bunch of articles. And toward the end, I've actually got where'd I put it? Yeah, I got a surprise gift in the mail today from Brian Printy. We'll open that toward the end. So, guys, this is off the charts, guys. Even if somehow this is limited and stays in the Mideast, it's going to wreck the global economy. You can bet we're going to have oil embargoes. How come that didn't update like it's supposed to? Here we go. All right, I'm having some trouble on my laptop. The mouse is squirrely. So I hope it ain't bringing up my live session. Am I live? Jeez. All right, guys. Here it is, going squirrely too. Update it again. Wow, it's never done that. Let me see. I'm showing being live on here. Okay, I'm live. I see that. Why won't this computer not get me there? It did it to me. It did this to me the other night. It's basically hiding me from myself. I don't know. Last video I posted, half the people says there's no sound. There was sound. It was being. I think the platform's messing with me. The platform's messed. They took down one of my videos recently. Wow, I can't even bring it up here. Holy smoke! I have never seen this before. This is insane. Is that it? No. I can't on this computer bring up my live session with my own channel. Holy smoke, guys. Holy smoke. This beats all I've ever seen. I'm going to have a hard time keeping up with the chat session and showing screens. I need 2 screens to do it, really. Wow. Wow. Okay, I don't know what's going on. Oh. I'm not having a good time here with this thing. No, it still won't do it. It still won't do it. I have never seen this. It will not do it at all. I cannot bring up my channel, my live sessions on my channel, on my computer, logged in as me. Holy smoke. How many people we have in the room? 147 according to this screen. Well, I can't watch this screen and show stuff on this computer. Holy smoke. This is going to be hard for me to do. Ay. Hey, Michelle, thank you for the super chat. At least I'm looking at it now. Thank you. This is outrageous. I have never seen anything like this before. Try it one more time. Still won't do it. Wow. So I'm assuming there's a lot of people that don't even know I'm live and they can't find out. And maybe wow, I've never seen this. This is blowing my mind. Anyway, they blocked the sound to about half the people watching my previous video that I uploaded. Tons of people said no sound, no sound. Half the people heard it, half didn't. Wow, this is nuts. All right, guys, they don't want it. They don't want us telling you this stuff, I guess. Hey, Jojo, how you doing? Yes, Michelle, thank you so much. All righty, guys. I'm going to share videos here. I'm going to share some articles, excuse me, to show you what's going on. But it is off the charts right now. I got to minimize the screen to do it. I can't have all these things open. I get lost. So I won't be able to see your chat for a bit until I get done, which means I'll miss the super chats, which I really hate that. Oh, my God. I can't believe this. Let me try it again. This is aggravating. There is no reason in the world I shouldn't be able to see my own live video. Nope. It will not bring. Maybe if I log in as somebody else and try to come in. Jeez. At least read it. Hang on, guys. Give me a sec. I hate doing this. I hate wasting time because I got people coming in the morning who don't want to see me fumbling around. but the platform is messing me. Wow, it will not let me do it. So let me log in as Galactic Gregs. See if I can find it that way. This is outrageous. Nope. 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 Wow. 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 I just hit YouTube. Galactic Gregs will show up there. Nope. Wow. Holy smoke. This platform must hate my guts. I don't know what to think about this. I've never seen this before. Never seen anything like it. Anyway, guys, let's get on with the business. I don't want to waste time for the people coming in to watch us in the coffee. They want me to get straight to the news, so let me do that. Oh, yeah. Anyway, all right, let's share screens. Jeez. All right, folks. U.S. Navy intercepts. What do I do off my phone? Really want to be able to keep up with some aspects of the chat. U.S. Navy intercepts missiles heading north from Yemen, potentially toward Israel. This was that carrier I mentioned to you guys, USS Carney. It intercepted 3 missiles. Guys, this is us being in the war. This is us providing direct support to Israel. This is the kind of stuff that Iran said if we did it, that they would get into the war. This is the kind of stuff that we were told would incite them to get involved, to launch Hamas. Oh, yeah, there it is. I found it on my phone. Oops, I got to figure out how to mute the sound. Hang on, guys. Guys, this is the kind of stuff that we were told would incite them. That. Well, shoot, I had to stop the video. Oh my gosh, where is the sound part of this thing? I don't see it. Too many things to keep up with. All right, guys. Hope the chat will continue to roll on. To get involved. Oh, well, this is nuts. I'm having too much trouble here. All right, guys. So this is the kind of stuff that Iran warned us if we did it, guys, that if we supported Israel in this, that they were going to get involved and launch Hamas, and we're going to launch it against the United States too. And this is what you got to worry about, because if we get into war with Iran, because this is what we've already said from our side, if Iran launches Hamas into it, that we will attack Iran, apparently. That's at least what Lindsey Graham has said. He said he's going to put in legislation to try to push us to attack Iran. Okay, good. The chat room is still moving here, it looks like. All right. This is another article on this. See, this is all over. There it is, the USS Carney, U.S. naval destroyer. Another article on this topic. And this article makes the case that this group that was firing, whose missiles we shot down, was removed from the terror watch list. This is also the same group that was launching drones and stuff into Saudi Arabia. Guys, we're in deep. If you don't think that it's time to prep, I don't know what you're thinking. So real quick, I just want to show you an opportunity. Go to prepwithgreg.com, prepwithgreg.com, and you can find a really good deal here, guys. This is 3 months of food for less than $600, 2,000 calories a day. It's not, X number of servings, which is a way to gyp you. This is the real stuff, guys. It lasts 25 years. There's 21 varieties, a lot of different varieties. You got breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You got some desserts and drinks mixes in here too. And it comes in these buckets. Each one of these buckets is 2 weeks supply, and you get 6 of them. So you can put these in your hidey hole when the radiation's outside and stay put as long as you got some water and way to heat. You want a way to heat your water. But guys, you need to think about that. And here's a 2-week supply. When you get done eating the food in it, I assume you might find other uses for that bucket. What comes in must come out, and you got to have some means of sanitation in an event like that. So keep that in mind, my friends. So Politico, attacks on U.S. troops in the Mideast ramp up as Israel conflict escalates. Yes, we've had several bases hit, several. But rocket drones hit Iraqi bases housing U.S. forces. Now, this article was updated just 2 hours ago. Now, I hear there's been some injuries from the drone attacks at one of these bases. It's either the Raqqa base or the one in Syria. I think it's this one. Now, this is where we also have our green zone there, which came, our embassy, which has come under attack, which is a large embassy that we developed in Saddam Hussein's oldest state there on the Tigris River. And he had a big palace there, his main palace. So let's move on here. We'll try to get through these articles pretty quick. Rockets and drones hit Iraqi bases housing U.S. forces, according to security sources. Now, this is the new Arab. So I guess this is an Arabic site here. Yeah. It's not clear yet whether the attacks caused casualties or damages, said the sources, according to this. Now, how long ago was this article up? Now, it's got today's date on it. So I don't know. 2-minute read, it says. All right, guys, this stuff is cooking. It's going down minute by minute. I mean, by the time you get all the news racked up, it's already outdated. So much stuff is going on. So, guys, drone attack at U.S. military base in southern Syria. Now, one of these I got a map on. Of course, we got troops in Syria. Why? Yeah, that's a good question. I really think that was not the wisest thing we ever did, putting troops there, but guess what? They're in harm's way. The people, and this is some of the areas where we're getting hit in Syria. You can see where we've had some of our forces, resistance forces, attack 2 U.S. bases. That's one of the areas being hit. Biden urges U.S. to lead the world against Hamas. And Putin is making threats, guys. So it's like the whole world is getting in on this. The whole world is getting involved. Hamas and Russian president represent different threats, but they share this in common. They both want to completely annihilate neighboring democracy, according to President Potato Head. So, yeah. And supposedly this is in the Oval Office. How did he get back to the Oval Office so fast? Is he hiding in a bunker? Some people think this was pre-recorded. I don't know, guys. There's also been allegations. People think there's a different Oval Office somewhere. I have no idea. Here you are, guys. I'm serious. So the president, the Senate, they're all behind this. I don't see how you back out. Our military has already fired intercepts. We've got Marines on the ground in Israel. And we got 100 retired generals sending an open letter to Biden and Congress to support Israel. So how are we not going to do it? Troops gather at the borders. Generals gather in their masses. Yeah, remember saying my poem? Yeah, guys, we're in some crazy, dangerous times. So, yes, the IDF is really amassing something like 300,000 soldiers there, apparently on the border of Gaza. Israeli forces, tanks near Gaza. They're getting ready to go in. They're getting ready to go in a big way. And one of the quotes was, let's see, maybe it's in this next article. Now, one of the quotes I saw said that their commanders were telling them, you're about to see the inside, the guts of Gaza, more or less. So it is getting nuts. All right, I can't really read your chat words from here on my phone because it's so tiny. But if somebody throws in a super chat, at least I'll be able to see that. So, yeah, let's see, it's real tiny. So at least I got it here. I can bring it up on my laptop. First time ever. Anyway, guys. So Hezbollah says it's thousands of times stronger than before. Yeah, Iran has really been arming them up, and they've been growing thousands of times. Crowds repeatedly chant "Death to American and Israel" in a rally near Beirut. So they're definitely coming after us too. And where did I say we have sleeper cells? This is what I'm worried about. The sleeper cells right here and the United States. We have good reason to believe they're here because the Iranian Revolutionary Guard told us so years ago. Have they had any opportunity to grow with our wide open borders with people just running across? Anyway, guys, the USS Mount Whitney is also going to the Eastern Mediterranean Sea. Apparently, this is the most sophisticated command and control electronic ship in the world. We're sending the best. We're sending our biggest newest aircraft carriers there, the Gerald R. Ford. We're sending the USS Mount Whitney. We're putting the very best we have online, the top of the top. This is the ship that can coordinate all kind of warfare, electronic coordination. Guys, we haven't done this in the Russian conflict so far. We are going into this like whole hog. So, yeah, this is a whole different thing. America's worn into Iran, 13 warships, 100 jets, and special forces amassed. And China just don't want to be left out. China, PLA, stationed up to 6 warships in the Mideast. Wow, why is China there? Why is China got to play in this role? Because they have alliances with a lot of these Mideastern countries. Guys, it's like the whole world's lying. Russia deploys MiG-31 fighter jets in Sevastopol with Kinzhal missiles on them. Kinzhal missiles that can reach 1,000 miles at Mach 9. Is the SM missile, all those missiles. I've shown you in one of my videos, all the missiles on the aircraft carrier strike group that they got for their defense. You know, numerically, they can be overwhelmed. Can they handle something coming in at Mach 9? I don't know, my friends. I don't know. I think they got enough beat on them. They may be coming in low because they're cruise missiles. If it's a ballistic missile, the SM-3 could definitely take them out. But coming in low, it's hard to say. I think they could handle a certain number, but how many can Russia and lob at them, especially when Hezbollah is probably lobbing a bunch of junk at them. Hezbollah's got 150,000 rockets, I believe is the number I saw last. That's a lot of rockets. It might exhaust the defenses of our carriers. China's ties with the Taliban could establish an anti-American, anti-West puppet state in Afghanistan. Well, we didn't just leave a whole bunch of stuff behind in Afghanistan, did we? And what did the Taliban say? The Taliban's already said that they would go in and fight with Hezbollah. They want to. They said they want to go. They says all we need is permission to cross these other countries. Well, I imagine Iran would give them permission. Iraq, being a Shia nation, will bend over to them. And then they're already into Syria. So they probably have a path to go in before we know it. And who knows, maybe they'll have some of those Pakistani nukes with them. I don't know, guys. It's getting nuts right now. Where are we going? I'm going to read through the chat as best I can when I get through with these tabs here. So I'm going to try to get through these tabs a little faster here. U.S. shipment of new armored vehicles for IDF arrives in Israel. Man, I said, we're wasting no time to get this stuff to Israel. You know, it took us a long time to get some of this stuff over to Ukraine, but boy, we're beating the fan to get this stuff into Israel. And money and ammo. It's like we were ready for this. And it's like the whole world wants this war for some reason. Israeli forces prepare for extended military conflict in Gaza. Yeah, this is something different. Yeah, they got over 300,000 reservists, it says here. This is going to be huge, guys. This is nothing like they've seen before, especially when they get hit in the back from Hamas. Yeah, here it is. Israeli defense minister tells troops they will soon see Gaza. And he said from the inside. Anger against Israel threatens to boil over an increasingly violent West Bank. Well, that's not the only place. It's going worldwide. You know, I got shared a video. Someone sent me a video. Pastor Paul Begley is making claims that there are a lot of people being attacked and gravely injured or worse here in the United States. And so maybe is this the case? Is this being covered up? I haven't seen it in the news media. I can't verify it, but this is something you got to be concerned about. If it ain't started yet, it's liable to. So we have really got to be on our best awareness, guys. You got to be alert right now. Everywhere you go, you better be paying attention to the people around you. You better be paying attention to the environment. You better be, when you go into place, the first thing you need to be doing is looking for how you get out of there, and get out of there in a hurry in case things go bad fast, because they can. You need to be, that needs to be in the forefront of your mind everywhere you go. When I go to a restaurant to eat, I've always got myself up on the back there, try to get a seat next to the wall with my back to it. It's just the way I've been for decades. Footage shows the Israeli army obliterate Hezbollah targets as fear of new conflict erupts. That's not conflict. Like I said, the skirmishes have already started. Hezbollah's been lobbing a few rockets into Israel. Israel's been taking out some of their stuff. Israel's put strikes into Syria. That's smacks dangerously close to being war. A 155 millimeter artillery strike on Biden's defense trade-off delusion. Okay, this is just a political opinion piece here. Yeah, it says opinion. I'm not going to go into this, but guys, there's just a lot of stuff being kicked around out there. U.S. to send military aid to Israel, initially intended for the Ukraine. So I bet Zelensky is somewhat less than happy over this, but Putin is probably thrilled. Who I say had to gain from this? Well, Putin is one of them. Xi Jinping is one of them. Iran is one of them. And the boogeyman especially, probably. IDF working on rescue ops for over 200 Israeli hostages in Gaza. It says working on here. I've heard these rescue ops have already started. So where are we at? Intel reveals the greatest threat to Americans from this conflict. And it's not these guys. Where's it at here? Inside and out. Well, what they're really talking about, I think, is the forces we got here. Yeah. Law enforcement agencies have increased their protection activities surrounding synagogues and places like that. Well, guys, there's no telling what they're going to bring to our homeland right here, the sleeper cells. I worry about the grid being taken down, the lights going out. You can't pump gas or do anything if that happens. I hope that don't happen when I'm on the road, because I'm planning to hit the road again. On the road again. Increasingly, deadly skirmishes on Israel's northern border raise the prospect for a two-front war. You think, well, that is really the beginnings of it. Is it not? Is it not? So the Israelis and Hezbollah are having some serious skirmishes there. So, yeah. When Hezbollah says and Iran says they'll go in when the Israeli Defense Force goes into Gaza, what do you think? What do you think? That's game on. When's that going to happen? It could happen any day now. Hamas warning as it vows to surprise Israel with attacks as ground offensive imminent. Does that mean they're going to hit first? Well, actually, Iran suggested that. I've shown y'all that in the previous articles. Iran was suggesting, hey, Samuel Turner, World War III starts. I'll see if I can read it. World War III starts if and when Israel, screen's going black. Israel starts its major, ground, exactly. And how close are we to game on, guys? How close are we to that? It's hard for me to read that screen, but some stuff I do want to catch. How close are we, guys? Now look here. Who else is supplying Hamas? Well, apparently a lot of the Hamas weapons are from North Korea. And North Korea is supplying Russia. And North Korea's throwing a big stink over us having the Ronald Reagan in South Korea. Talking about potential first strikes. Guys, this can go global. In fact, you could say it's already global when you look at all the supplies going around. Okay, we got somebody leaving. All right, well, thank you for being here, John. So, sorry, guys, I have to start so late, but it just takes me a while to get all this stuff together. And if somebody wants to chat with me, all you're doing is you're making me go later on this. I'd love to come in earlier. Homeland Security Officer on leave after Seville. She worked for the Palestine Liberation Army organizations, because PLO. So we had a PLO employee working for Homeland Security, Department of Homeland Security. Can you believe that? Can you believe that? I guess they thought it was okay. They do background checks on everybody they hire. I know. I've had to go through one. How does this happen? Do they think, oh, that's okay, it's just a PLO? She's fine. We like the PLO. Wow. Gosh, guys, I mean, it's just not hard to believe. You couldn't make this stuff up. It's nuts. And here's an opinion piece titled, "We should stop funding the enemies." You think? Holy smoke. Mainstream media won't show this. Boston crowds shout biggest threat to the world today, Israel and the USA. In Boston, crowds. But we're safe here in America. These guys aren't, they're not from red states. That couldn't be a problem. You can let these guys go into the Cannon building and do whatever they want to do. I don't know, guys. Our country's getting weird. Of course, we got a whole generation in this country that we've raised to hate America from our school systems, from our tax money. Jeez. So that's why you can expect more mayhem. State Department issues worldwide caution amid Israeli-Hamas war. Exactly, guys. If you're planning to travel overseas, you might want to rethink it. You got family. I'm going to talk to my daughter. She's wanting to go overseas. I talked her out of going. She changed her mind. She was going to go to Egypt. She decided not to do that. Maybe she don't need to travel. The race to amass the most drones will only bring us closer to nuclear war. Whole new arms race, and the drones, robotics, and AI. The drones are very effective weapons. They can sneak in, and they could possibly instigate something that could cause a nuclear reaction. This could happen. Russia is scraping. Samuel Turner, thank you, sir. Appreciate it, Samuel Turner. That's why I got this chat. Try to get a chat room open so I can catch stuff like that. Since I think World War III will likely be raging in the next few days, or no later than 10 days or so, buy yourself some coffee and allow yourself to continue to sound the alarm. You know what? I'll buy some coffee tomorrow. I need some. I just made my last pot. Amen. We'll do that. Yes, sir. Thank you, Samuel. You're such a good supporter of our channel here. We really appreciate you, sir. All righty. Russia is scrapping its ratification to the key nuclear test ban treaty. And so they're in here telling you how they're about to start testing them. Well, guess what? We kind of beat them to the punch. U.S. conducts nuclear testing in Nevada hours after Russia moved to revoke global test ban. Well, I think this was not a full-blown nuke. I think it was one of a trigger or a subsystem. Validate new predictive explosion models. So this was not a full-blown nuke that we tested, but we did conduct a test. China is expected to have more than 1,000 nuclear warheads by 2030. Knock, knock. Hey, DOD, they probably already passed that. Did you take a look at all the missile silos they put in and the missiles they're putting in, and the fact that each of those missiles can have 10 warheads each, and they built over 400 silos? Yeah, they were well on the way to this back when the late, great Dr. Peter Vincent-Pry was still alive. And I interviewed him on my channel here, and we discussed that. And I've long discussed before that the estimates for how many that China had was likely far off and gave reasons and rationale for that. Why else would China be building so many missiles? You think they ain't got it? They've had the production capability for it for some time. The plants have been running, the nuclear power plants that can produce these things. And yet forever the State Department said, oh, they only got 300, 200, 300 is all they got. They said it for years on end, as if China couldn't make them. Wow. I don't know, guys. We're in a spot. Russia's fighters scrambled over Black Sea to prevent British warplanes from approaching Russian airspace. So our friends in Britain are in this. The United States is in this. The Houthis are in this from Yemen, Syria, Lebanon, Israel, Iran. The countries are starting to rack up. There's going to be a lot more before we know it. And it looks like China wants to be in on this too. Why they put all those ships in the Mediterranean? Sweden reports damage to undersea cable to Estonia. We've talked about this before. There's some indications it might have been a nuclear-powered cargo ship, which I think was flagged to China, and the ship that followed right behind from China. Maybe China's doing some of the dirty work for Russia. I don't know. That's a speculation, so don't take that to the bank. But why they got ships in the Mediterranean? Guys, it's getting weird. So North Korea is shipping weaponry at scale to Russia. They're sending trainloads to Russia. And Russia's talking about a new offensive, maybe 750,000 people. Is it all going into Ukraine? They're massing forces also on the Baltics. Some folks are expecting it'll hit the Baltics or somewhere else. So it's getting, we are in a tight situation. Like Samuel Turner said, it could be days. We could be in World War III in days. And it might even go nuclear. So it depends on how long Israel's ammo lasts. That's one of the reasons probably we're in there supporting. It may be the reason we're in there supporting Israel the way we are is we knew this could escalate. And also that, like in the Yom Kippur War, if they don't have support, if they don't have ammo, that's what they might do, go nuclear. They almost did it once. China's rocket force is some massive expansion. So now, they're talking about it. Yeah, but they don't have nukes put on them yet. Really? Then why are they building them and fielding them? Holy smoke, guys. Wake up. And if that's not enough to worry about, California super volcano that could bury Los Angeles Center ash is still causing earthquakes. And we're not talking Yellowstone. We're talking about the Long Valley Caldera. The Long Valley Caldera. It's over in eastern California, close to Nevada. All right, our economy is, hey, even if all this stuff didn't happen just because of all the spending we've done in this country and things been so out of control, our economy is in trouble. They try to paper it over and hide it, guys. They try to make you think it's going to be okay. But there's all kind of leading economic indicators that's showing us otherwise. U.S. leading indicators tumble for the 18th straight month. So they're saying we're about to hit a shallow recession here before we know it. Well, it may not be shallow because there's many other indicators that are indicating a lot of trouble coming at us, my friends. All right. Oh, yeah, there's a world falling apart. This talks about some of the wars, and don't even get them all. Kosovo, Serbia, Israel, Hamas, Syria, Turkey, USA, China, Taiwan. How about China, Philippines? China, India, Pakistan, India. Yeah, they're leaving a lot of stuff out of the Houthis in Yemen. All right, U.S. existing home sales tumble to the weakest in 13 years. Yeah, look how negative the charts got, guys. Our economy is in the tank, and it doesn't help that the interest rates are so high. And now they're talking about raising them again. Philly Fed future expectations are worse since the Lehman Brothers trouble, guys. You think our economy is going to be okay? Trucking recession deepens as Bezos and the Gates-backed convoy cancels all shipments. The load board is empty. Guys, the trucking companies are going belly up. That means people aren't buying stuff. Things aren't being shipped. That means this is the sign that Americans aren't buying frivolous stuff. The whole purpose of raising interest rates was to calm down the economy so that people wouldn't be buying a bunch of junk. People are only buying the necessities. So no amount of raising interest rates is going to keep people from buying necessities unless they're starving, which maybe they will be. Powell says inflation is still too high and lower economic growth is likely needed to bring it down. So he's talking about raising interest rates. What did I just say about that? You see what I'm saying? I prepped for this little chart coming up. Powell, you're a knucklehead. Jeez. It ain't going to work. All these economic problems, that's a good reason to go buy gold and silver. And gold is going up. And I don't know why it might stop that anytime soon. That's probably going to go up a lot more. Silver's gone up $1 ounce here since the last time we looked at it. Silver's going. You can come in here, defythegrid.com, and buy gold, silver, and bullion bars, and rounds and coins, or you can come in here and buy the gold backs. This is what I like because a small amount of this is fungible. You can put it in your pocket wallet. Because these are nice and small. Can give it a consideration. Gold backs. Defythegrid.com. Oh yeah. When you go there, use the discount code Green Gregs. You get 1% off. Green Gregs. All righty. Let's stop the war talk for a minute. Let's just kind of look at what's happening in the world. Earthquakes. Wow, what happened there? That kind of got away from me. We'll go real quick. Yeah, Puerto Rico's always rocking. We got a new one right here. Oklahoma. We got any Okies in the house? Yeah, I'm gonna stop this and I'm gonna watch y'all's chat in the chat room. I'm just trying to get through this once again for the sake of our good friends in the morning coffee club that like to watch while they're getting ready for work, and they prefer me to get to the news real fast and get through it fast. So the world is shaking as it has been a lot lately. Weather. I'm not going to go through all of this right now because I can really get bogged down here and spend a lot of time in it. Since I can't watch the chat room over here, I really want to let me try it again. Let me see if I can get back into it now after all this time. I've been blocked from watching my own live session. It's like it ain't there. It won't even show it to me. All right, now I'm just going to YouTube. Usually on YouTube, there it is. Now I see it finally. Wow. All right, guys, we're on. Game on. I can watch. Wow, it's just taken me 42 minutes to be able to pull up my own channel over here. Can you believe that stuff, guys? I tried repeatedly to pull that up and it didn't work. Now, finally, I got in. Wow. Incredible. I wonder who else is missing notification. We got 306 in the room. That's good. Appreciate you all for being here. We got Scooby Snacks. Rodney's in here too. Yeah, we got some folks from down there. So maybe I will go back through the weather here in a minute. So since I can at least watch the chat room separately, we'll go into space weather and then we'll go back to the regular weather. Guys, let's see here. Sun's not looking too active. It's looking like it's calming down a little bit. The sunspots are getting closer to the equator, so we're getting closer to solar max. A possible CME. Apparently it's kind of weak. You look at the aurora, it's not flamed up super high, but that's a decent aurora. Decent aurora. New days are about to get late light over in a couple of hours over in Maine. Yikes, guys. So let's go down here and look at asteroids. We had a bunch of near passes back early in the month, mid-month. We got one today that's supposed to come within the same distance as the moon from Earth. That's almost 250,000 miles away, and Earth's only 8,000 miles in diameter. So that's a wide miss in my book. So there you are, guys. It's 24 meters in diameter, moving at 22 kilometers per second. Well, if that did hit us, it would hurt. That's definitely a city burster. Oh yeah, guys, they're claiming that they think there's still 14,000 asteroids of the city burster size that they haven't discovered yet. And that's why you see a lot of these pop in here after they pass by close. That means they just found them. And see, all these are 2003 numbers. That means these were just discovered. Well, not that one, but most of these newer ones were close passes were freshly discovered. That's what that means. It's because we're still finding a lot of the smaller ones. They think they've located the vast majority of the really big ones, but these small ones that could wipe out a city, not so much. Bennu, the one that they just brought the sample back from, could hit Earth in just a few centuries, a couple centuries from now. And there's another that might hit in 2080, something. So, but they think the probability is low on Bennu, but it's still existent. All right, guys, here's my channel. I put up a video. You know, when I read that poem out to you guys on that, y'all asked me to do something with it. So I actually did a video on it. It don't have a lot of views. So if y'all could come in and watch this video, I'm having some fun. I kind of went half Aussie and half not in the way I delivered it. But the lyrics were written by me. And they're not War Pig lyrics, but it's kind of similar, but they're not that. They're my lyrics. Anyway, guys, this video got a hit for it took a hit from YouTube on the monetization. They demonetized it. They had and I had a video pulled down. So there's a lot of that going on. So go in and watch my videos, share them, because you know there's a lot of important stuff in here. The most important stuff, though, is we hit the home page here instead of the videos page.
Hello.
Oops.
I am Greg Allison, Green Greatest Gardening.
See, you know what? Usually when I pull that up on there, it goes to my, if I got a live session, it will go to the live session. It did not do that. This should have went to the live session first. See what it's doing to me? Wow. I'm being hidden from myself. Holy smoke. Even on from the computer I'm transmitting on. This is nuts, guys. Absolutely nuts. Anyway, guys, I got playlists when you hit the home page. And it's nuclear survival videos. You know, hey, this one's only got 2.3 thousand watching. I got 67,000 subs. You got to be kidding me, guys. You won't find more detailed content. And maybe it starts out a little too detailed for some people because I taught the science of what radiation is, but I do that so you can understand what you got to do to protect yourself from. Then I go into all kind of protection things to do. You need to see these videos. And you should probably consider getting you some potassium iodine. You can go to prepwithgreg.com and click at a link to my Patriot Supply, and it'll take you into places where you can buy potassium iodine. I hear us older folks don't really need it, but the younger ones do. And I'm not sure I really trust that advice. You don't really need it. All right. Nuclear bug out zones, what to do in the first 24 hours. The second one is here's 5 videos about what to do for surviving nuclear war. An EMP. Surviving nuclear. That's another talks about some of the instruments, guys. So y'all need to consider that. Maybe one of my most important videos. There's the one about bug out zones. You should watch the EMP balloon attack if you've never seen it. Look, I even wore a suit in that video because I was serious. Right here, filter and sanitize water, many methods. I even, if you don't have any money to spend, guys, Juanita, how you doing? ZZ Top. If you don't have any money to spend, I show you how to make your water filters from plastic jugs. So you really want to watch this video. I show many methods for purifying and sanitizing water. So give it a good consideration, folks. And then I got these videos in here on wild edibles. There's quite a few of those. Written down stuff, how to grow microgreens, gardens. Yeah, I got all that stuff in there. If you want to see my dad, who's a World War II veteran, I think, I don't know, maybe I took that down. He's still on my channel. Anyway, guys, so give those things some consideration. And hey, this is a fun video, I think, although I did lose a couple of subscribers to it. PNW Greens, you missed me telling you that the Chinese got 6 ships in the Eastern Mediterranean if they want to be part of it, part of the game. They don't want to be left out for this Mideast war, apparently. I don't know. Russians got Kinzhal missiles mounted on MiG-31s that could reach our aircraft carriers. We're putting more aircraft carriers in the fray, and we're being hit by drones and rockets in our bases in the Mideast. And we have intercepted missiles fired from Yemen that look like they were heading toward Israel. So we're already in the game. We are in the game. We're part of this now. And if you look at what the president said and the vote from the Senate, and the things that's been said from each side, and just knowing it's all about filtration. Well, the filtration purifies the water, but you also got to sanitize it. That's why my video talks about purification and sanitizing. I separate that. Filter and sanitize. Okay. Filtering and purification is the same thing. Filter and sanitize. I break that apart. I did it on purpose because the life straw will take out the Giardia, but it won't take out viruses. Keep that in mind, my friends. So, but it beats nothing. Definitely that. I miss my folks too. They passed 2 years ago. I'm sorry to hear that drops. Hey, General Sorrow, how you doing, buddy? So yeah, I talked about that nuclear test. I just talked about that. Yeah, we just did a test, but I don't believe we actually tested a nuclear device. I think it was just some of it's either simulation explosion or testing triggers or something like that. Russia's about to test a full-blown nuclear device, and we'll probably follow suit with that. So guys, let's kind of go, but it's just we got a lot of people in the house. If y'all don't want to see the weather, put a 1 in the chat room. If y'all don't want to see me going through the weather, I'll skip it. Put a 1 in the chat room if you don't want to see it. So for the coffee club crowd, what we're about to do is we're about to just kind of go around for everybody's benefit that's in here and kind of look around the world and see what the weather's doing. And then I'm gonna open this gift here from Brian Perendi. Surprise gift, whatever it is, who knows? He sends many different things. You never know what you're going to get from Brian. It's always a total surprise. And he'll probably catch us in the morning. So Jason, the space program put a lot of benefits to everyday life. Yep. A lot of spin-offs in the space program, including the integrated circuit chip, which we're doing all this stuff on with YouTube and all these communications. Saw your mini adequate to filter water from Mississippi River, since that's my closest source. Well, it beat nothing, Clay. It beat nothing, but I'd still want something to kill the viruses. So I highly encourage you to watch that video because I go into great detail on that. Watch that video. It will be adequate if you don't have a virus in the water, but you might have a virus, especially in the Mississippi River, everything being flooded down from all the, yeah, I wouldn't chance it. I wouldn't chance it just on a Sawyer straw. I'll be honest, I wouldn't do it. So let's go back to the weather here. Everybody's voting 2 and 3. Start a mouse, you don't want to see the weather. We had a couple people that act like they don't want to see it. Well, we'll go through it fast. Seriously, if y'all don't want to see me do weather, put a 1 in. How did Yemen get missiles? Well, probably from Iran, because they're an Iranian proxy. They got quite a military, believe it or not, in Yemen. If Yemen is getting involved, look out. General Sorrow's right. Probably from Iran. The Iranians are smart people, very intelligent. They launch satellites, guys. They enrich nuclear weapons. They hacked one of our Predator drones flying over and made it land in Iran. And then they copied the technology. So let's go in here. We'll go through the weather. We'll try to get through it a little quick. And then we're going to open up the chat room and just talk some. I found how to make charcoal for filtration. Yeah. I covered that in the video too. What happened? What's this computer doing? It's freaking out on me. Wow. That's weird. It's like having seizures over here. Screen started flashing full. Oh my God. Just went away. Oh my God, everything's going crazy over here. So I get back here and watch you guys. Eesh, this computer's going nuts. Anyway, I'll go through the list. Some of you guys like it. More y'all voted to see it than not. I'm convinced other administrations work with, yeah. Larry Moore, how about Ukraine and Israel weather here? Want to rain? Well, okay, we'll start over there. He's starting in the United States. Well, it's raining in France real heavy. In northern Italy, probably around Torino, Turin, where the shroud's at. I've seen the shroud there. I've actually seen the shroud of Turin. Very interesting. Well, Turkey, where Recep Erdogan's at, is 52. No rain. No rain in the Middle East. Beirut is 75. Amman, Jordan is 64. How come it's cooler down south? Jerusalem, 68. Haifa, 73. Okay. Pretty decent weather in that area. Back out a little bit. Save the United States for last as we're going international on here. It's your energy, Greg. You're vibrating high and affecting your computer. You know, I had that problem when Rex and I was doing those videos together for the Strange Earth series that's on the Weather Channel. Every mic they put on me would mess up. They take the mic off somebody else and put it on me, then we go static. I was so electric. That was right before I shouted light into the tunnel in the Mount Hollywood tunnel. I guess I was absorbing energy. I don't know. That was weird. You don't believe it? Watch the videos with Galactic Grays. You'll see the links. So yeah, this is the strait we're worried about getting shut off by Iran. So much oil from some of these countries go through here that will cause oil prices to skyrocket. Now the Arab world may decide to boycott us or embargo us like they did in the 70s. That would also be catastrophic. So here, Tehran is 68, same as many of the other Mideast countries. That's the capital city of Iran. I once thought I had a free ticket to go there with the U.S. Army back in the Iranian hostage crisis. I'm kind of happy that didn't happen. That was a mess over there. What a fiasco. What a fiasco. That was when we had President Peanut. And the Army was a mess under President Peanut, I got to tell you. I know, I was there. All right, let's see what's going up here. And Ukraine and Russia. Warsaw is 44. Kyiv is 50. It's cooler down here. We got 30 up here. Minsk is the capital of Belarus, is 35. Guys. Moscow is 39. And I've heard that Putin, well, he's been out there meeting with China, but I hear he's going to Rostov-on-Don. Right here, Rostov-on-Don is where a lot of the supplies go through that channel stuff over into Ukraine. It's one of their main supply cities. The other one is this, oh shoot, what's the name of it up here? The submarine's named after him. I'm getting brain lock right now. They hit it so many times. It ain't showing on here. It's that little town up here that they like to invade into when oh well, Rostov-on-Don is where Grozin went through with the Wagner group, but that's a critical hub city for supplying things going into Iran. Into Ukraine. Well, I got some 30s up in there in Belarus. So apparently he's meeting with one of his commanders there. Got some snow in China. Well, it's Tibet, really. Should be Tibet. Shouldn't even be China. Free Tibet. Y'all remember those slogans? Free Tibet. All right, let's check down under. We've been doing them for last. Let's get them before we get to the United States. Perth is 77. Springtime down there. Melbourne, 77. Hobart, though, down here in Tasmania, is 57. Capital City, Canberra, 75. Sydney, 71. Weepaw is warming up if you're close to the equator, 95. Tennant Creek, 100. Alice Springs, 95. And over here in New Zealand, Christchurch is 53. Long way from temperature of Alice Springs, Welton 53, Auckland 61, New Plymouth 57. All right, let's go to the United States now. Oh, we should hit England. We usually got Shill Maiden in here, or somebody from over there. Hull is 55, Norwich is 59, London's 57. In Scotland, Glasgow's 50, Inverness is 48. Dublin, Ireland's 53. Castlebar is 53. Cork is 53. All right, let's go to the United States of A. And we'll start with Maine. Got any rain on the plain in Maine? Houghton's 46. It's warmed up some down here. Yeah, you got some storms out here off the coast. Got some rain right up the middle section, about to head into the Appalachians. It's on its way to the Appalachians, it looks like. Birmingham and Huntsville are both 59. I remember when I used to do shows, I'd call them green Gregs and ham. And we just cut up and have some fun before everything got so serious. Washington, D.C. is 55. Utica, New York, 53. Rochester, 59. Fort Wayne, Indiana is 52. Indianapolis, 52. Ohio, 55. West by golly, Virginia, 57. Roanoke, 52. Raleigh, 52. Charlotte, 57. Hotlanta, 57. Jacksonville, Florida, 59. That's kind of cool. Then Daytona Beach is 66. Palm Bay, 68. Miami is 73. Well, coming into autumn, things are cooling off. Little Rock, 61. Illinois, Springfield, 55. I've been getting some earthquakes around the New Madrid. St. Louis, 59. Can't forget Minnesota, where Brian's at. Especially about to open the package from 50 in Walker. St. Paul, 47. Bismarck, North Dakota, 46. So we got a lot of 40s up in here. So look here. It's colder in the Dakotas than it is in Montana. Missoula's 50. That's up in the mountains. That's a beautiful city. Wynette, 62. Great Falls, 61. Glasgow, which is not in Scotland, is 59. Colorado Springs, 48. Utah, where Granny is at. Is Granny in the house? Utah. Salt Lake City is 55. Double nickel. Provo is 48. So we got Hanksville, 64. Lost Wages is 75 degrees. Lost Angels is a devil of a number. No wonder it's Lost Angels, 66. All right. Yeah. Snowflake, Arizona, and Show Low are both double nickel. Both double nickel. Phoenix is 80. Tucson, 77. Well, at least they ain't 100 and something out there. San Jose, 70. All right, now we're up in Chewy weather territory. My good friend Chewy Weathers. Chewy in the house? It is in the 50s mostly. Eugene's 53, and a lot of Tillamook is 53, a lot of 57s. 40, yeah, it's all in the 50s, except right there in Enterprise, 44. Washington State, about the same weather as Oregon. Kelowna, British Columbia. Now, we got a lady that watches this channel, some that lives there. It's 53. Calgary, 58. We got Arnold in the house. Calgary, 58. Brooks, 57. Red Deer, 50. This is Arnold's territory. I think he says western Alberta, but he didn't say if it's southwest or northwest. All right. You know, I like to go to my favorite locations. Fort Greely, Alaska, Delta Junction area. Juneau's 39. Sitka's 47. We got people over here that in Anchorage area. Anchorage is 28 degrees. Seward's 25, Homer 37. Oh, Homer is 35. Delta Junction is 19 degrees. Healy is 16, 19 degrees in Delta Junction. Fairbanks is 23 and there's snow all around. That's the Alaskan range right there. Man, you can get up the air over here and you can see Mount McKinley or Denali, whatever they call it now. It's huge. I've had the occasion to fly out of Fort Greely when you had a low cloud bank all over the state. So what you saw was a sea of white with an archipelago of white mountains sticking out because all the mountains are covered with snow completely. So that was one of the most surreal things I ever saw was look down the world below me is a white sea with white islands, brilliant white, everything. That was one of the most surreal things I've ever seen in my life. That was so stark, so wild. Well, Dead Horse is 19, same temperature as Fort Greely. Barrow's 26. Barrow is warmer than Fort Greely and Delta Junction. Delta, well, there's places on Delta, Fort Greely may be even colder. Some of the test ranges. All righty, guys, we looked at the world. We went through the weather. Let me stop the share. Hello. All right, it's Connie in the house. All right. Wide out. Yeah, it was just weird. It was one of the most, it was the most surreal thing I've ever seen. It was just, but it was awesome. It was really awesome. We got 302, 302. I used to drive some vehicles that had 302 engines in them. Ford Galaxy. My first car was a Ford Galaxy, 68 Ford Galaxy. Ford Galaxy 500 had a 302 engine in it. I had to replace that engine. Guy used to use it to pull horse trailers around. I can see Mount McKinley out my window. Hey, Don. That's good to hear. Been a long time since I laid eyes on Mount McKinley. I used to see what I saw out my window was Mount Deborah and Mount Hayes. I saw them all the time. Who was the woman that used to do all the cow mutilation stuff? Rex was talking about her. Rex's guest on the video. Rex had on the date mentioned her. Linda Moulton Howell. She used to tell you there's a huge UFO base under Mount Hayes. No. Everybody at Fort Greely knew each other, and all the wives talked to each other. You knew things you didn't want to know about the other people there. Things of the stuff the wives would tell each other. Like my wife would be telling me something about some guy. I go, shut up. I don't want to hear it. I was married back then. So I don't want to hear it. That's gross. Too much information. Yeah, it was a close, tight-knit community. You knew what everybody did. You knew what everybody did. There wasn't no big force running up under a mountain. There's no roads. There's no tail ends for digging tunnels. Yeah, I ain't buying that one. Now, that said, on a per capita basis, there's probably way more UFOs seen in Alaska than anywhere. So it's rather strange. Rather strange. But anyway, whatever that means or don't mean, I'll leave that to your imagination to figure that out. I could talk about it more. That's not the subject of this channel. Rex was talking about cow mutilation day. I know, I saw that, Wiesel. I did. Saw that video. All right, I think Sam Turner's voting one. He's tired of hearing all that stuff. All right, Pickleberry, Mississippi. That's a heck of a name. All from Brisbane, Australia. Oh, Miss, not Mississippi. Pickleberry, Miss. How often? Brisbane, Australia. Well, good to see you. Glad we got people from around the world in here. And missing people. That's the scary part, Don. That's the scary part. Well, there may be some missing people over all this consternation with some of these sleeper cells. Choctaw 26, how you doing? Hey, I might be in Tulsa Saturday night. Good possibility. Saturday night, I might be in Tulsa. All right, Justin, good morning there, Greg, and everyone else. Alaska is a land. Alaska literally means great land, the great land, and it is that. Alaska is a beautiful state. It is gorgeous, but I'll tell you something, it's just like a beautiful woman. Beautiful, but deadly. Yeah, Alaska will take you in a New York second. Yeah, you got to really know what you're doing up there. You got to be careful. But wow, it's a beautiful stuff. Hey, we got Sweden in the house. Hey, Perry, how you doing, buddy? I haven't seen you in a long time. Here, Perry McClure. Perry McClure. He's one of our Viking buddies in here. If y'all hear me driving from the farmer's market and talking about the vines and saying it's Vinland, I'm doing that for the sake of Perry McClure. But I'm doing that more on my I'm not doing that on this channel anymore. I'll do that some on Product Papa's channel. That's another channel I got, tiny channel. My first car was a 76 Datsun B210 hatchback, cost $3,776. Man, I paid $150 for my Ford Galaxy. I think that's what it might have been $200. I think it's $150. But the engine had some burnt valves. And the first thing I did is I took the head when I was 15 years old, took the heads off, took them up to a machine shop, and they'd machine the heads down, clean them up, and I was able to run it for a while, but eventually slung a rod. Like I said, it'd been used to pull a horse trailer. That engine had been heavily loaded. So I got another 302 engine from a junkyard, and we put her in. Engines back then were easy to pull and take out. All the junk they got on cars now, especially these transaxle, sideways mounted motors. Oh my God, you don't want to do anything on those motors. Changing spark plugs is an ordeal. New York Minute is precisely 15 seconds long. Okay, Chuck Norris Gun Club, glad to hear that. Yeah, all righty. So good night, Choctaw. Thank you for joining us. My first car was a 1974 Dodge Charger. Hey, Arnold's in. He is in the house. Very good. All right, that would have been a new car when I got my first one. I couldn't have afforded that, that's for sure. Because I got my first vehicle in 1975. It was a 68 Ford Galaxy. Yeah, Fairlane Hearst now. There you go. That was somebody experiencing supply issues with food at their stores. It's a good question. Good question. Let's see what people think about it. If you're not now, you're likely to be very soon. The trucking industry is having some huge issues. Tracy Broken Wing, good to see you there. That's Dutch Dooley, formerly known as Dutch Dooley. I watched a movie about Phoenix Lights. That scared you to death? Yeah, don't y'all remember? Yeah, I remember when that was going on. When that was news. All right, Mr. Brian Perendi has sent us a package here. We'll have to open it and see what it is. We're going to go here in a minute. We've been in here for 72 minutes. We're good to get out of here early for a change. Yeah, let's see what this mystery gift is from Brian. Brian's always sending something. You never know what you're gonna get from Brian. You never know. Ooh, cool. Press. Oops, what's this thing? What kind of tool? Ah, knife tool and sharpener. Thank you, Brian. Thank you so much. Knife tool and sharpener. Oh yeah, that reminds me. Well, I got this beautiful knife from Rodney Middleton, who was probably in the house. I believe Rodney's in here. I think he's going to set up some kind of situation where we could do a raffle for some of these knives. He can't produce them fast enough just to come out and sell them. Yeah, beautiful knife. He said he might donate one or two or something like that, maybe more, and I might have a raffle. Or y'all go to my donation page on Facebook, and I'll just take your names and draw them out of a hat. Okay, guys. That was from Rodney. Now I can sharpen it, and I'm going to use this knife to open this package. Look at the knife tool from Brian. I want to read his card. I made to read his card last time. We got so busy taking stuff out of the package. He sent us so many things I forgot. Okay. There it is. Interesting strap to it. Right here is the business, and you see that's where you draw the blade through. These kind of sharpeners. Now these are really good for kitchen knives. Quick way to sharpen a knife. It's just press on it. Like for the press here. It's AccuSharp knife and tool sharpener. Thanks, Brian. Appreciate it, man. That's what Brian does super chats. He sends me stuff. I think he's actually putting money in the chat room too. There's Rodney. There he is. Rodney Middleton. Anyway, it's already sharp. Yeah, this thing's sharp. It don't need no sharpening. And then you'll see how fast I cut that. Yeah, it wasn't no. Yeah, this thing's very sharp. Yeah, it's a long way from needing sharpening. Probably use a whetstone with this. I got some nice whetstones. All right, guys. That's that. Oh yeah, I was going to read his card. There's the box. There it is. I almost forgot to read that. Back. Why don't I take the knife Rodney Middleton made and open the envelope? Put it up. I wasn't ready to put it up, was I? Now, paper will cut and will dull a knife in a hurry, so I might need that sharpener to do a lot of this with this knife. Oh wow, it cuts it easy. It's like cutting hot butter. A dull knife will drag on paper. Back in the sheath. Snap it back together. Now let's see what Brian had to say. What kind of card did you send us? Two kids playing baseball or softball, I guess. Oh yeah, I gotta send a birthday card to somebody. Almost forgot that. Just used for kitchen knives. What I say, they're good for kitchen knives. Just used for kitchen knives. I said something else over here. I'm gonna read it before I. Well, it's got to me pretty quick. He sent this out 4 days ago. Hi, Greg. I bought this for your old friend, but noticed Rodney Middleton gave you a sweet knife. I'm an Eagle Scout and outdoors, so been around knives all my life. If you prefer a stone and oil or mechanical apparatus. He cited Rodney Middleton giving me a knife. Oh, that's the wrong side. There we go. Cool. Awesome, Brian. Appreciate you, man. Hey, listen, it cost over $10 now just to send stuff in one of these small flat rate packages like this size here. It's over $10 just to mail one of these. Yep, small flat rate box. I'm finally selling worms in small enough quantity I can actually use this when I do the quarter-pound order. And I remember, I think when I shipped turmeric for small orders, I could use this. And I think I shipped turmeric to New Days Always. That's how I first met her, was shipping her turmeric. And I think I used one of these boxes. I think I was able to get it in that. So yeah, I'm about to shut down shipping worms. I'm about to travel again. So hold off buying worms. Holy moly, why did Greg create this title and now is small talking? Because we went through it. We went through the title. We've been on here for 78 minutes. You need to go back and hit the rewind. I went through this topic at great detail. I showed maybe 30 different articles to you guys to back up what I was saying. So there was quite a bit of it. So if you come in here late, you're going to, once I'm well into my video, you're going to miss some of that. But we're a family channel, so sometimes I share things with you guys. It's not all doom and gloom, but it starts out with it because I focus on the news in the first part, just for the sake of the guys who are getting ready for work and don't want coffee and want to catch up on what's going on. They can get that part first. I try to get it up front. Although I was bungling trying to open my chat room because YouTube didn't want me to find my own chat, which I've never seen it before. But anyway, so hey, Cowgirl in Arizona. We'll probably see you in a couple of days. See Shelly. Traces lots of info on sliders. Look it up. Yeah, somebody, who was it? Somebody earlier was asking me for something. I told them to ask you in the chat room. Oh, it's Chew Weather. Chew Weather was having some issues. I don't, is Chew Weather in the house? I don't think he is. I can probably pull up what he sent me and ask you. And if he watches the video this point later, he'll hear it. Where's it at? Here's a message from him. Oh, he must be in the house, or he was. He said, I'm seeing profanity in chat that YT is not allowing us to review. Oh, YT sometimes will eliminate. I've got certain words I've flagged that are said. It will automatically eliminate it. It's probably eliminating some. So if he's not in the chat now, he probably was early. There he is. Yes, I have problems with the foot cramps at night and need a remedy. There you go, New Days. There it is. I was trying to pull up his message to me here where he was asking me. All right, very good. So, all right, New Days, can you help them out? Foot cramps, what you got? You got me loading my trailer, Mr. Greg. All right. Yeah, yeah, guys. So I've kind of been recruiting a work crew for house raising, and I'm going to build a shed house, off-grid tiny home, tiny home. It's basically just going to be a shed. In the mid 70s, I was a tank platoon leader and then a company commander. Okay, wow. I was also an ancillary duty, the battles NBC officer. NBC scared me. Yeah, it sure does. I got that too. I was a distinguished undergraduate for an NBC school, you know, the hell for the National Guard down in Camp Shelby, Mississippi. So I've been through an NBC school. Of course, you know, when you're military, everybody's got to go through NBC training, but to go to the NBC school, I could have been, you know, an NBC guy in a unit, except I didn't stay in too much longer. Low potassium causes cramps. Eat more bananas. There you go. That's my work boots. Yeah, he said this is work boots. Drinking a half gallon of water a day. Many people that I know are having wallet cramps. Ain't that the truth? So I started this video talking about what's going on in the Mideast, and I talked about some other stuff with China and Russia, and then I talked about our economic woes. And yeah, money cramps are contagious right now. There's a whole pandemic of wallet cramps. Spell checker got you. Spell checker, yeah. Shoot, I can't spell no way. I'm an engineer. Engineers aren't English majors. Spelling's not our first best talent. Prayed for my foot to stop cramping to take the pain away at work. Okay, there you go. My whole bank account hurts. I got a bank ache. Doc, can you help me? I got a bank ache. My bank hurts. Lord, guys. All right, so we cut up a little bit. I mean, we're in a very serious situation, but you got to be able to keep your humanity. If you lose your humanity, who are you, guys? You got to take pills to keep yours low. That's no good. Tiny house above 5,000 feet is the way to go, says Keith in Arizona. Well, yeah, it's easier to heat. So if any of you guys are close or can get close to Snowflake, Arizona, and you want to join our little house raising, it'll give you a chance you might get to meet me. Cowgirl in Arizona, her man's coming up. So that gives me 2 workers right there. I got a nephew of Jen Miller, you might remember her. She comes in our chat room some. I stayed with Scott and Jen Miller for a month when I was out there last time. I'm gonna try to stay on my property if I can this time. Now I got a road into it, but I'll be camping. Easy Gregors and crew. Yeah, I could use a couple more people. If somebody wants to holler at me, let me know. So you can always email me, greg@greengregs.com. But don't send me a bunch of stuff in that email because that's just business email. I'd be interested. I'm off for the next 6 months. Hey, that would be awesome. Cool. Yeah, I figured you're going to be traveling through this area sometime, but I'm probably not going to be here next couple of weeks. So if you're heading out that way, bring it on. Come on, be good to have you. Connie, all right. So they're constantly dehumanizing people that want to go to war. Yeah, that's what they do. That is the MO. You make them look like they're less than human, so it justifies in people's mind the attacks upon them. But what I tell you guys, we're all human. We're all the same inside. That's what I said in that little poem I just wrote and did a video on. So don't be played, guys. I'm in, Greg. Hey, Keith. All right. If you want to join us, just shoot me an email. We'll coordinate it. So 40 acres, fortified, fenced, 2 German shepherds, lots of motion sensors. Now you're talking. You're talking, Stormy. Yeah, it's time. It is time. If you got a bug out. All right, Cassandra, thank you. If you got a bug out, it's time to think hard about it. It is time to reevaluate where you're at in your life, because we don't know how much longer we got. If you got unfinished business you need to do, this is time to think hard about it. Juanita, yeah, it's awful. No kidding. Oh, that's awful. Unknown Vector, how you doing? Well, those of you that are just coming in, do a rewind, catch where I'm talking about what's going down. It's crazy. It's crazy. We're in, guys. We're in. This war is coming. It's coming soon, and we're in it. We've already fired missile intercepts to intercept missiles being fired from Yemen. Apparently, it seemed like they were on the way to Israel. So this war is broadening. There's going to be a lot of people involved in it. And for some strange reason, the Chinese have got ships in the Eastern Mediterranean too. 6. Like they don't want to be left out. Get ready to pack up my life and go to BOL. Yeah, it is time to seriously consider what we're doing. It's time to go if you need to bug out. Yep. It is. It's guys, the fat lady in the opera is just about done singing from the looks of it. I think we're hearing the last few bars of the tune and music in the musical chair game. What you got's going to be all you got pretty soon. I mean, there may be a few weeks, maybe if we're lucky, but we've had a couple people in the chat room, such as Samuel Turner, who was a platoon, he was a commander, guys. He's got military, he's all experience. He knows, and he's telling us days. I hope we got weeks, maybe a few months. Days is going to be hard to deal with. Tomorrow is guaranteed to no one. You are so right, Keith. There is no guarantee. I mean, it may just start out as slogfest with Hamas and Israel, and then Hezbollah chimes in, and maybe the nations start chiming in. But Iran already talked about preemptive action. So we don't know. Pepperkini knows what it knows. Well, that's right. And what I'm telling you that I know is you better get all your ducks in a row. It is time to get ready. As ready as you can get. Water has to be up near you. Yeah, well, you know what? There's a wash down below me. It's got cottonwood trees growing in it. So I think I'm going to have to drill as far to get it. I can't quite afford to drill a well just yet. I don't think. So, and out there, you got to get on a waiting list to get a well. That's the downside. So, yeah, it costs a lot of money to put a well in. And I don't have enough to do that right now. Don't think. Maybe maybe sometime next year. I've served in the Persian Gulf. Things are just getting worse. You got that right, the point report. They are getting worse. I'm already in a bug out area. Yeah, you're good. You're good. So right now I'm scheduled to interview General Krasniak tomorrow. General Krasniak. So watch for that. I'll hope to upload it tomorrow evening, tomorrow night. But I'll be interviewing him. Is there any way out, Greg, or is it imminent? HB? Hey, I used to work with a guy named HB Puckett. Good guy. He was an 06 in the Navy. So it could happen anytime, guys. We just don't know if Iran wants to go preemptive like they've talked about. Hey, all bets are off. All bets are off. If Russia or China gets into it, all bets are off. Where I think we're really going to see serious trouble is when it's when Israel starts to run out of ammo because they got too many folks to bang at. When that happens, when they run out, look out. Look out. So we're sending a bunch of stuff over there because in the Yom Kippur War, they were on the verge of running out and they were about to go to their Samson option, which is nuking all their enemies. And that's what they call it. They call it Samson option. What did Samson do? You know, in the Old Testament, he was the guy who had a strength in his hair. He cut his hair and he lost his strength. But they blinded him. They had some big party that they were doing all kind of terrible things at. And he was so disgusted, he went up the columns of this building and just pulled them in and brought it down on all of them. They're making no offer to stop. That's right. That's what's bugging me. It's like everybody is just rushing to it. Just like this is what they want. Greg, we need to grow microgreens and mushrooms. All right. Well, I got some stuff for that unless I sell it. I might sell a bunch of it because I'm off grid out there. So I surely won't be able to run dehumidifiers and lights and air conditioning and all that stuff. We won't need a dehumidifier out there. That's true. Maybe we can use a swamp cooler for AC, but that does put humidity in, which mushrooms need, not microgreens. There's an ex-Marine pastor who has an interesting take, and his name is Jamie Walden. If you're a gardener, there you go. If you want to gander, excuse me. If you want to look at it. Jamie Walden, y'all might check that out. 606 or 04, How Cares. Not sure what you're talking about there, drops. Stickens me how this entire world of people, and they'll let us select few. Amen. Amen. See, Shelley. Amen. Amen to that. That's why in that last little video I posted, the poem I read, I was talking about, you know, we got to fix where we don't get played. They're playing us, unfortunately. Somehow we let a lot of these people have way too much power. So, you know, guys, over something up. Give me a second. We're about to end. We're about to call it a night here. When this video is really long, the coffee club guys will get discouraged from watching it. In 92 minutes, that's an hour and a half, which is what makes it a long video. Yeah, you can get the potassium iodine by going to prepwithgreg.com and then click on the My Patriot Supply logo. It's a good way to get it. So, everybody, when you go to bed tonight, pray that we get through this. Pray that somehow these bloodthirsty, manic people don't get what they're wanting. Heat and or AC takes a lot of solar power. Right. I'll have solar, but hey, I lived in an off-grid house out there for a month. And you know, if you got water, you're pumping pressurized water in your toilet, and you flush the toilet in the middle of the night, power goes out. So yeah, you got to watch it, guys. You got to really be mindful of what you do and when you do it. So I've discovered, yeah, your schedule when you're living off grid follows the sun. If you got a lot of cloudy days, well, you don't do laundry. Maybe you don't take a shower. Nothing. He's just that kind of individual. What's this? Anyway, get vitamin C. Yeah, get your vitamin D and vitamin K2. You better get your supplies going. Well, it's going to make Putin happy. Give him what make Putin happy, taking Ukraine, or putting his troops beyond Ukraine to seal off the gaps north and south of the Carpathian Mountains. Love y'all. I'm watching tonight. There you go. Thank you. Well, we're about to go here. I think we need to call it a night now. So yeah, it's already 3:22. I got to get up. I still got to work tomorrow. I got errands to run. I got a lot to do because I got to get ready. I got to get ready, folks. So we're going to call it a night early. Well, not early, but we're just not going to go through and do everything we normally do. We started late. Do not get supplies going. Do not. Yeah. All right. All right. So Putin is offering citizenship to who? All right. All right, folks. Hey, thank you, super chatters. Thank you, mods. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Hey, we need some thumbs up on the way out. We're got 40 less thumbs up. And we got people in the room. So throw us a thumbs up and help the platform share my videos, because, you know, they're even blocking me from seeing my own stuff. This is crazy. Yeah, this is crazy. Anyway, guys, help out my platform. Help push the algors that have no rhythms. Go in and leave comments on some of the videos. And comment to other people's comments. So yeah, throw me some thumbs up. Hey there, Stormy. Appreciate that. Nightman's wife. There we are, all the way from Florida. Okay, so I want to try and come see you in Georgia next month. Well, I may not be there now. I may have a hard time getting back because I think I'm heading to Arizona. So I may have to cancel that. I may have to cancel because I was planning to talk at that worm conference in Valdosta, which is right next door to where Nightman's wife's at. But I may have to cancel my speaking engagement, which I hate that because I really wanted to do that. I did. I've been wanting to meet these people. Anyway, you got to make choices, and the world is forcing my hands. Michigan, okay. Good to see you there, Tim. All righty, folks. We got 266 in the room. We got a few new people here. So, yeah, we're going to call it a night. We're not going to do a lot of our usual things we do late. EM coming soon. Let's hope we don't have an EMP. Oh, you're coming soon. Yeah, you can come see me there, Keith. Tiffany Harrison. How sorry this was. Yeah, you just have to rewatch it. All right, folks. Again, thank you, super chatters. Thank you, mods. Thank you, everyone, for watching. And keep your eyes wide open and head on a swivel more than ever. Stay situationally aware. Get your preps in order. Keep your gas tank full. Besides, the price of gas is about to go up if we're not careful. So, with that, I'm saying again, thank you for watching.